Hey guys, my name is Indian Agent 47. Welcome back to a new video. Settings in video games, where do I start? Well-crafted worlds or settings can give the player an illusion of exploring a location without physically being there. It's a joy a lot of times to see locations which you have never visited but always wanted to, and its architecture, story surrounding it, and the varied culture. At times you might not have ever seen the place, but upon seeing it you come to adore it, which by the way happened to me with Sapiens and Hitman. There are no rules in how a world is designed, so you get to experience a mix of creativity and craftsmanship of talented designers at work. Visiting locations from Alexandria from ancient Egypt to a touch of modern and a medieval-esque castle in Hitman to futuristic cities and locales. So here are some of the cities in video games that I visited and personally found to be the best. Novigrad from The Witcher 3. Now this place is hands down one of the most elegant and beautifully constructed video game location ever made. The level of detail here is beyond words. It's like a painting come to life. There are tons of buildings and houses, each with their own details and sometimes design, and most of them enterable. All the textures and artwork and details are artistry at its best. It feels like a real lived and breathing city, and there are really few games which have accomplished this, in my opinion. The best thing is there is so much content here in the form of quests and conversations and other side activities that you always have a reason to stay there and hence explore it. For a game where most of the area consists of huge but detailed wilderness and wildlife, this city sure is a big surprise once you come across it somewhere around the middle of the game. Everyone in the city has their own dialogue. The soundtrack is perfect and goes really well with walking around the city. Every place feels different and the entire city as a whole is one beautiful looking place. Though of course nothing is perfect and there are setbacks, but personally the only setback I could gather was that it's not a good recreation of Danzig, the real place it's based on, according to the people who've been there. And apart from that, there's nothing else I would say which puts Novigrad in bad light. All in all, it's a milestone in environment design and a benchmark for me for other games cities I'll explore. Second in this list is Prague from Deus Ex Mankind Divided. It's basically the Prague from real life with a cyberpunk twist. It's the main hub of the game, so you visit it multiple times throughout the story, and each time it has different changes, the most notable being the time of day or the weather. The weather during the first visit comprises of a rainy atmosphere with grey clouds and the sun managing to shine from a gap. It, along with the amazing music and the vibe, makes the entire experience absolutely breathtaking. The architecture hits close to home, looking very similar to what's found in Prague, and the city is full of hidden and secret places because, as we all know, Deus Ex is known for its nook and crannies. There are a lot of landmarks and places like the Palisade Bank, the various apartments, shops, the red light district, the underground hidden casino, the huge mob hideout. The list just goes on, each with their own aesthetic, layout and design. What makes it all better are the transversal augmentations Adam the protagonist can acquire, like the Icarus Dash, which is a lot like Blink from Dishonored, and the Icarus landing system, which makes falls from a height possible, both ultimately making accessing a lot of the areas really fun. The details inside the city are out of the world. Literally every place to a doorstep is detailed, and that too to a huge extent. And as for the negatives, just like Novigrad, the localization is not done very well, but this time with the language and voiceovers. A lot of the native languages and signs are written wrong, and a lot of things with the accent and language don't make sense. Overall, this is one of the best video game cities ever made in my opinion, and I really suggest playing this great underrated game. Moving on, we have Mumbai from Hitman 2. Oh boy, I have a lot to say about this. Being from India myself, when it got leaked before its announcement a couple months back from Hitman 2's launch, I was hyped beyond this world. Okay, maybe not beyond this world as I can't get there, but you get the point. I was literally counting every second till its launch, and when we reached there, I had a 8-hour playthrough of this map. For starters, it's a massive map with a lot of areas ranging from a huge tower, the slums, the church, the laundry, the train yard, the gang hideout and so on. And as you all know, every square meter in Hitman games is detailed to death, and there's no exception here. What I love the most is all the small details like the interiors, the door design, the tiles on the sidewalk even, that they got right. The architecture is near perfect in comparison to its real life counterpart, and the famous Swiss cheese design of Hitman, where there's no dead end and all areas have various options to go next, is present here in the most integrated way possible. The streets are bustling with life and NPCs going about their paths and talking and eating and socializing, the shopkeepers selling stuff, the guards on their post. It's brilliant. The soundtrack goes perfectly with the location, and this location is a blast to explore. And on the setbacks, again like the last two cities, the localization is a little bit wrong, but this time I can personally confirm it. The accents and dialogue are fine, but it is the street banners which are wrong. The symbols and characters are okay, but it's what they write that's wrong, and that doesn't make sense. Overall, again, one of the best locations in my opinion. Now the next one is going to be a wee bit surprising. It is Deathstorm Part 2 from Sniper Elite 4. Now why it's titled like that is because they never mention what place it is except north of Italy and University of Neroli keywords, but upon searching it I could gather it's based on Bologna from North Italy from its looks and designs. Now it seems like Sniper Elite 4 doesn't have a good rep as I gathered from my last video on it, but listen to me for a moment. Have you ever wanted a huge restricted hostile city with a ton of windows and vantage points and an open-ended design and a lot of guards making stealth, sniping and sneaking a treat? Well, this city is handcrafted for you then. This level is like an entire fortress with a huge city and multiple ways of entering it, more than 150 guards, ton of locations from the living part to the university, very versatile with a lot of transversal options, with verticality and amazing level design and vantage points, and to top it all off, the beautiful pink-purple atmosphere of sunset. It all adds up to being one of the best cities as well as stealth levels ever. The city is so huge that even after playing it for somewhere around 20 hours, there's still new areas I find. There's a lot of content too with the numerous side missions and the various ways to complete them and the challenges and just being there and looking at it. It's a treat. I really can't express how much I love this place. But of course, on the bad part, the university's design could use a little bit of work and there are occasional glitches that occur every now and then. But in the end, I really suggest playing this great level. The last on this list is North Point from Sleeping Dogs. This city has a lot of good things going on, from activities to exploring the various places, and what sticks out to me the most is its visual design. Did you know United Front Games took 25,000 pictures of Hong Kong to recreate the city? The building's design is amazing, almost identical to that of Hong Kong, and the overall recreation is just brilliant. There's this really busy market area, the dogs, the tight alleyways, and there's so much interesting stuff. What I love the most is taking a bike and going for a stroll. The only bad thing is I wish it had a little bit more content and interiors, but overall it's amazing. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. What are your favorite cities? Comment down below and I'll be sure to reply and start a discussion. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you all later.